questions surround what's sent an 18-year-old to the hospital with a traumatic brain injury because he had spent less than a day in the Oklahoma County jail.
The next time his family saw him, he was in the hospital. News 4's Lauren Henry spoke with the young man's mother.
Antonio Hendricks spent less than 24 hours at the Oklahoma County jail. Now he's in a coma, fighting for his life. His family still searching for answers.
My primary question is what happened to my son and who did it.
According to court documents, Antonio Hendricks was pulled over for improper lane use near Southeast 44th and Sunny Lane. Police ended up arresting Hendricks after finding a gun in his waistband. They say he also didn't have a valid driver's license. We requested the body cam footage of the moments Oklahoma police officers took Hendricks into custody. It appears he is talking and walking normally. We know he made it to the county jail where this mugshot was taken.
The last call we received from Antonio was about 11:45 a.m. The next call I received was at 6:14 p.m. saying that my son was in intensive care at SSM Midtown.
According to Mark Opgrand with the Oklahoma County Jail, Hendricks was booked into the jail at 7:15 Friday night. Hendricks' mother, Clovia Long, says the family paid the 18-year-old's bond that evening.
That jail had told us that they can have a 24 to 48-hour process to process him out.
Normally, this is what Hendricks looks like. The next time his mother saw him, he was hospitalized.
Antonio has heavily been sedated, placed in a coma. He's doing better. They didn't find any more bleeds in the brain, but he still has a long way to go.
But how he ended up with a traumatic brain injury remains a mystery. His family is desperate to find out what happened to him after this photo was taken. The Oklahoma City Police Department tells us their records indicate Hendricks had no injuries or medical needs when they took him to the jail. He spent the next 19 hours behind bars under the supervision of jailers, and the spokesman for the jail tells us Hendricks was officially released from their custody Saturday afternoon at 2:20. Less than 30 minutes after the jail says he was released, Hendricks was in St. Anthony Hospital's emergency room.
I was told by physicians here at St. Anthony's that Antonio was transported via IMSA, and that it was the jail that called IMSA and released him to IMSA.
Jail officials have given us little information about this case, only saying an individual who was recently booked into our facility was transported to the hospital upon release. Hendricks' mother says their family has been left in the dark.
No mother wants to see their child laying in a bed with tubes in their throat. My baby can't speak to me. As of right now, I can't even touch him. I can't kiss him because they don't want him agitated to cause him any further complications. So I'm just stuck here wondering, what may be my son's outcome.
In Oklahoma City, Lauren Henry, Oklahoma's News 4.
Now, we requested all security camera footage of Antonio Hendricks while he was inside the Oklahoma County Jail. A jail spokesperson told us it's their protocol to not release that type of video from inside the facility. However, we then sent the spokesperson several examples from the past where jail officials did release video from inside their facility. So far, our request has not been fulfilled.
So that just popped up, and this is freshly new of Antonio. Now, that was a commercial that popped up. Oh my goodness! I was like, "What the hell?" Oh my goodness! Well, that's a blooper in my video. I don't know if I can edit that out. I gotta go into the software of YouTube and figure out how to work their editing. But anyway, um, yeah, this is a case of Antonio Hendricks. This just popped up. He was pulled over for not having a driver's license. When they pulled him over, he had a pow on him. He was taken to the Oklahoma jail, of course, alive, booked in, spent 19 hours behind bars. Now, once he was booked in, his parents went to pay the bond that he had. Okay. However, when she paid the bond, she's calling and calling. Okay, he's not giving me a call. Oh, well, it'll take up to 24 hours to give him his bond. Now, I don't know about all jails, but I know here in my state, if you have never ever been processed or it's your first time ever being in jail, it don't take it. I say it'll take about 8 hours the most. If they don't have your fingerprints, they don't have nothing of you. This is your first time in behind lockup. It takes 8 hours. Now, if you already been in their system, you'll get out within 4 hours. Now, Oklahoma, I'm not sure about how long it takes to release someone that's been bonded out. However, he stayed in there for 19 hours, and then mom calling, like, okay, what's going on? And then finally, he gets released at 2:25 p.m. And the jail says, "Oh no, we released him at 2:25." And a spokesperson from that jail says, "Oh well, he was released to the hospital." In other words, okay, you may release him because his bond was paid out of your jail and to the hospital. What happened inside that jail? He still was considered an inmate. Whether his bond was paid or not, he still was considered an inmate, not unless he was able to walk off of your property alive. So something, I'm going to stay on this case, something happened inside that facility. And my guess would be when he first got in there, for one, he probably was nervous. He never been in lockup before, never been processed, and he probably was nervous, yanking him. I'm just going to say, in my opinion, this is allegedly, okay? He probably was a little nervous. He got into an altercation with one of them big, bad old deputies, CO sheriffs. He done got into an altercation, and the sheriff body slammed him so hard where he probably hit the back of his head, either on a wall, on the floor, on a steel benches. And they knew that they know this young man was already hurt. Yeah, after he took that mud shot. After he was alive and well, taking that mud shot, somewhere in between there, allegedly, my opinion, I believe he started getting really nervous. And I know the COs, they want to act tough. He's a small guy. You could tell he's a small little guy. Those COs do be acting macho, and he probably snatching away from them like, man, you ain't got to rough up on me like that. What you doing, bro? You ain't got to rough up on me like that. And a CO want to take his bad day, having a bad day, allegedly, want to take his day off, his bad having day, out on this little young guy, pick him up, flip him upside down, It probably had him bust himself in the back, probably injured the back of his head so hard. Because I have seen this happen. Where these COs want to act macho. They take their job a little bit too serious when it don't even have to be. They'll snatch up on you, move, get up, stand up straight. Or they snatch up on you, especially the military ones, okay? Then you like, hold on, you ain't gotta put these cuffs on me that tight and this and that. They immediately gonna say you resisting because they want to fight. They want confrontation with you. Antonio Hendricks' mom, parents, father, friends, activists, stay on Oklahoma jail. Stay on their behind. Just like the woman say, anything happens inside that jail within less than 24 hours, they get a video. Why you cannot present a video of what happened? Because it happened in booking. Whatever caused Antonio Hendricks injuries, I could guarantee 100% it happened in bookings when he was being processed into that jail. They not even knowing his mother had already paid the bond because they're not corresponding with one another. Just like the spokesperson of the jail slipped that out and said, no, he was released from here and got transported to the hospital. But the jail says itself when they call, oh no, it takes 24 hours. It takes whatever to 24 hours for him to be released because they weren't corresponding with one another. They didn't go into bail over there and where you pay your bails at, where you in the jail to say, hey, if this parent, if Antonio Hendricks' parent call, any call come from Antonio Hendricks of why he's not released yet, throw him off and say something. That's probably what they did. So I hope Antonio Hendricks come up out of that coma. I hope this it be an angel. Please, Lord, let this young man, 18 years old, please, Lord, allow him to wake up out of that coma. Because see what the jail expected is him to not come up out that coma. But by prayers, I pray he come up out that coma so we could see what really happened to him. Y'all need, you do deputies, your sheriffs, your COs. If you so frustrated with your job, then maybe that's not the career for you. Especially if you can't handle little young YNs coming up in there. Okay? If you can't handle people with, mouthy people, whether they women or men, all races, you can't handle that and you feel you got to put a physical restraint on them. And now this man, I pray he wake up, but he's in a coma. And I hope his parents don't pull that plug too soon. Give him some time. I pray he come up out of there because a lot of jails need to be shut down. A lot of deputies, sheriffs, bailiffs, not bailiffs, the sheriffs, the deputies, and the COs, they really need to be looked in. Their background need to be really, really looked in. Because some of them do that because they some pussy COs, even the females. But the females ain't going to rough you up. It's the females, deputies, and COs, they're not going to rough you up unless they're around with damn men's COs and deputies. But it'd be the damn men deputies dickheads. And want to know why they get called dickheads? Because they macho and they got a fucking goddamn deputy badge. Miss Hendricks, stay on their ass with this one. And I'm going to follow this case. If you like this video, please subscribe, hit the like button, share me out, and I will bring you more.